Okay, hello there. So I have been, total transparency, avoiding recording this video for quite some time. I've been feeling the nudge to come on and talk about my journey, especially as of late. And I know so many of you have been going through similar things. I've had a lot of conversations behind the scenes with clients, with friends, with just random people that have really been feeling a shift in the energy lately. You've probably been feeling things coming up, things shifting, new amazing things happening, or maybe more challenging things coming up. And I have definitely been experiencing this as well. And I wanted to talk about it because it's been the most challenging time of my life. And I've gone through, I feel like, a lot of challenges, but it's also been the most rewarding. And it's really hard to articulate for me exactly what has transpired. Honestly, over the last, we're all on this self-improvement journey, of course, especially those of us that are exploring our own ventures, whether that be business, whether you're an artist, but we're on this personal development journey to really discover ourselves, who we are, in addition to supporting other people along the way for many of us. And what I found is for myself that I really, really believe in my work, number one, but that I had learned a lot of things, and a lot of them I really truly believed in. I I believed it. I had seen glimpses of evidence of, law of attraction, of manifestation, of things happening for me in my life, things that I couldn't explain, but I still couldn't explain why this was happening. And oftentimes the good luck that I was having, the things that were happening, it wouldn't last. And I couldn't figure out, and I spent a lot of time over the last several years, especially over the last couple of years, really trying to figure out how to get it right, how to make my business work, how to feel better, how to make more money, how to be more attractive to people, how to fix my marriage, how to be in better health. All of the things that we all go through on this journey were coming up for me, and really trying to figure it out. But I always knew that something was off, but I just kept telling myself that it was me. I kept believing that I was the problem, that I was the reason that things felt off. I must have done something wrong. I needed to do what someone else, do it their way when it came to marketing, with the things that I was saying, with my content, with the way my programs were set up, with ideas that I had, and that were not widely accepted. I needed to fit into the box. And I felt this pressure to succeed, to achieve, to make it work. So I conformed to a lot of things that didn't necessarily feel good. And I told myself it was, well, you just have to learn this, or once you make more money, you can hire someone to do this for you. You don't have to then do that. But I never really believed that, well, if it doesn't feel right, maybe that's actually a sign that what I believe, what I feel, the way I want to do it is actually better. And don't get me wrong, I had some amazing, amazing mentors and coaches along the way, and I still do. But the thing is that many of them didn't understand me. They weren't me. And that's not to say anything bad about them. And I know there's a lot of talk in the industry and about toxic coaches. And I'm not going to say there aren't, because there absolutely are toxic coaches. But to be honest, those are probably fairly unhealed coaches. And I also see a lot of people out there saying, well, you don't need to heal in order to do these things. You can make lots of money without going through lots of healing work. And honestly, I bought into it. I taught it. I projected it to other people because I myself didn't want to go through some of the deeper healing. And I was making money. I was successful. I had done a lot of work on my health and seen a ton of improvements. I had lost a lot of weight, which wasn't actually the goal. I felt better. I had repaired my gut. But things still just didn't feel right. My marriage, honestly, wasn't sunshine and rainbows. I knew my husband's like my best friend. I knew that we're meant to be together, but things didn't feel easy. So I just, again, coming back to, just feeling like I needed to do something and that I was the problem in so many of these different areas of my life had me just continuing to try to fix, to achieve. And I did that in large part through my business. I fueled everything because it meant so much to me that it worked. But in the process of trying to bring my dream to life, I actually started to kill my dream, because the more and more I put into making it work financially, energetically, emotionally, the further I got from the original, thing that I wanted, that lit me up in the first place, that I was excited about. And I was no longer feeling fulfilled or excited in my business. It didn't actually matter how much money I was making. And during this process, the last 2 years, I've had my highest months ever, like more money in a month than I used to make in a year. I have also had my lowest months, and I've actually had some of my lower months recently, but they've been my best months in terms of how I feel, because when I decided that I didn't need to be in the box, when I decided that I actually wasn't going to do it, like business or life this way anymore, and that something had to change, I took a step back to really reflect on myself, on my business, on who I was being, and how I was showing up in my life, for my health, for my business, for my marriage, for my friends, my family. Because at the end of the day, it all comes back to, if you can look at yourself in the mirror and say you're truly happy and fulfilled in your life, that you are you, that you're being all of you, because that's what it comes down to. That's what happiness, that's what success looks like. And when you're showing up in your businesses, in your lives, behind a mask, trying to fit in to what works for someone else, what someone else is telling you you must do because that's what they did or that's what's gonna work, the more and more you shrink yourself, the further you're going to get away from that dream, and the less fulfilled you're going to be. And it doesn't matter. Again, you can build the empire, you can have money, but at the end of the day, are you happy? Do you love what you're doing? Do you feel loved? Do you feel supported? Do you feel like you're happy with how things are? And if you can't say yes to that, then you have to take a step back and really reevaluate. And that is what I did. And honestly, it's been the biggest thing, or the best thing that I've ever done. And it's allowed me to get clarity, to actually be quiet and understand what everything that I've done is for, why it didn't work the way I wanted to, why it felt that way, and the shifts that I needed to make, both in myself and in my business, in order to align things to actually work for me. And I'm so excited for what is coming. And I can't talk about it yet, but I'm starting the initial moves to kind of get things going, because it is not just like another program. I actually have, as part of this, really determined that although I love business coaching and I will continue to coach business owners, that it's no longer going to be in the same way, and that I was definitely playing very small in my beliefs of what I was capable of, because again, I was putting myself in these parameters, in this box, and every time I did it, I felt less and less like myself. So what is coming is so big. It is not like I said, another program. It's not another strategy. It is a movement. It is something that is not just going to change me or you if you join me in it, but it's going to change the industry, the world, the way we do things. And I cannot wait to share more with you. So I just would say stay tuned to this space. And if this resonated with you, feel free to reach out to me. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can reach out to me on Facebook, to send me, or LinkedIn, send me a message, and we can chat a little bit more. And I'm happy to just have a conversation, to to point you in the direction of some great resources if this resonated with you, as well as talking about how I can support you in your journey as you go deeper into your own fulfillment. But either way, thank you for watching and joining me today as I brought this super vulnerable video that I've been putting off for so long out there. And also just wanted to share that I'm going to be bringing more videos to you. And again, if you're watching on a non-YouTube platform, make sure that you join me over on YouTube, because that is where I will be bringing you more and more of these videos as we gear up. So thanks for watching. Talk soon.